Okay, there's one more issue we want to talk about, not an issue, but one more feature of SQL we want to talk about when it comes to aggregates. In tutorial 2, we saw that aggregates can be applied to multiple rows. And what we did in that example, as you can see here on the screen, is we selected all of the rows in the fundraising event table. If we want to we want to make this by, let's say, meal, we could add meal ID here. And this would say, show us all of the sums, the counts, the averages, max and mins for the contribution for each meal ID. Now, if I run this, it's not going to work, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Let's look at the error message first. This says column fundraising event meal ID is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by clause. Now notice how the other columns did not get that error message because they are all aggregate columns. Meal ID is not an aggregate. So we can't sum these, I can't select meal ID and get the sum of all these because I have to group it by something first. So we're going to add another clause called group by. And in here, we will group our results by every column that we select that is not an aggregate, which in this case is meal ID. Meal ID is the only column in our select that is not an aggregate column. And now let's run the SQL, and we see the results. We get more than one row. So this is grouping these by meal ID. For each meal ID, we get one column. So here the total here, after we get one row of each one. Let's look at 404. We get a total of 200. We get an average, a maximum, and a minimum. So we took the results, put them in groups by meal ID, and within each group, it gave us these calculated aggregate values. So remember, any column in our select that is not an aggregate, for example, meal ID, must be in the group by clause of SQL.